Hi, good morning. This is Trina here to discuss about periodic properties. So it is the second lecture of the periodic properties, and you will learn that how we get different properties from the periodic table, like say electron affinity or electronegativity, etc. And I hope that you have already joined in my course, and in the course page it is given here. My entire study materials is uploaded along with different questions. And not only that, the semester questions also given there, and also the solved problems you will get. So first, when you join with the code DMBC, you can access all the study materials. And if you have any doubt, you can communicate with me through my mobile number or my email ID. So all these are given in the personal information. So for the chemistry course, the subject code is CH101 for odd semester and CH201 for even semester. This course is for undergraduate BTech students, and the streams are CSE IT Civil Mechanical for even semester, Electrical EC BME for odd semester. The credits are 3, contact hours 35, and weekly I will take 3 lectures. The prerequisite knowledge required to understand the concept is 12 standard. And in the course objective, the students will learn the several concepts of chemistry. And in the outcome part for the periodic properties, so students will learn the periodicity of the elements in the periodic table. So here the entire lesson plan is given so that you can understand that which topics will be covered in which day. So I have started now the module 1, that is the periodic properties. And already I have covered my first lecture, that is the modern periodic table, group trends and periodic trends in physical properties. So you have learned the history of the periodic table, how it comes, how the groups are formed as per mass and then as per atomic weight. So you have understood. So now you got the modern periodic table. And today you will learn that the electron affinity, electronegativity, polarizability, and oxidation state. So you will learn in the periodic table as per the groups how the different properties we can understand. So group trends and periodic trends in physical properties. So periodic trends are specific patterns that are present in the periodic table that illustrate different aspects of a certain element, including its size and its electronic properties. Major periodic trends include electronegativity, ionization energy, electron affinity, polarizability, oxidation states, effective nuclear charges, periodic trend, effective charges. So periodic trends arising from the arrangement of the periodic table provide chemists with an invaluable tool to quickly predict an element's properties. So from the periodic table, anybody can understand with the similarity, group similarity, they can understand, they can predict the properties of the elements. This trend exists because of the similar atomic structure of the elements within their respective group families of periods and because of the periodic nature of the elements. Now, first I will tell about the electronegativity trends. So the electronegativity trends measures an atom's tendency to attract and form bonds with electrons. This property exists due to the electronic configuration of atoms. Most atoms follow the octet rule, having the valence or outer shell comprise 8 electrons. Because elements on the left side of a periodic table have less than a half full valence shell, the energy required to gain electrons is significantly higher compared with the energy required to lose electrons. Okay, so you understood that energy required to gain electron is significantly higher compared with the energy required to lose electrons. As a result, the elements on the left side of the periodic table generally lose electrons when forming bonds. Conversely, elements on the right side of the periodic table are more energy efficient in gaining electrons to create a complete valence shell of 8 electrons. The nature of electronegativity is effectively described thus: the more inclined an atom is to gain electron, the more likely that atom will pull electrons towards itself. Okay, so what we can conclude, that if we move from the left to right side, that means from left to right across a period of elements, electronegativity increases. If the valence shell of an atom is less than half full, it requires less energy to lose an electron, okay, than to gain one. Conversely, if the valence shell is more than half full, it is easier to pull an electron into the valence shell than to donate one. Now, from top to bottom down a group, electronegativity decreases. This is because atomic number increases down a group, and thus there is an increased distance between valence electron and nucleus, or a greater atomic radius. Next is the important exception of the above rules include the noble gases like lanthanides and actinides. The noble gases possess a complete valence shell, the complete octet, do not usually attract electrons. The lanthanides and actinides possess more complicated chemistry than does not generally follow any trends. Therefore, noble gases, lanthanides and actinides do not have electronegativity values. Okay, so what you have learned? You have learned that if we move from the top to bottom, then electronegativity decreases. If we move left to right, then electronegativity increases. So now just look at the periodic table. So it is the increasing electronegativity. If we move from the left side to the right side, the electronegativity will be increased. If we move from the down to the top, then electronegativity increase. So this is the increasing trend it is given. So like say here you can see, that is like say here it is hydrogen. Hydrogen is at the left side. Here you can get the hydrogen. And here, hydrogen can form with the chlorine, form the compound with the chlorine. So here is the chlorine. You can see its number is the 17 electron is there. So if it gets one more electron, as for example, okay, so as for example, I'm showing the example, like say hydrogen. If it lose one electron, it has only one electron, it will become positive. And if the chlorine, it has the 17 electron, so it is easier to take one extra electron and the complete the octet. It will become 18. That is the 2 plus 8, then again 8. 2 plus 8, 10 plus 8. That will be 18. So it will try to take the electron. It will attract the electron. That is why we say that chlorine is more electronegative. And hydrogen is not. Hydrogen will lose the electron. So it will become H plus. Chlorine will become chlorine minus. So in this way, it is an increasing trend of the electronegativity. And if we move upward direction, then also electronegativity will be increased. So as for the transition metals, although they have electronegativity values, there are little variance among them across the period and up and down a group. This is because their metallic properties after their ability to attract electrons are easily as the other elements. According to these two general trends, the most electronegative elements is fluorine with 3.98 Pauling units. So if I ask that which material, which element has the highest electronegativity, then you have to tell that is the fluorine. So there may be the different options will be given. Next, the electron affinity trends. So what is electron affinity? As the name suggests, electron affinity is the ability of an atom to accept an electron. So the affinity towards the electron, that is the electron affinity. Unlike electronegativity, electron affinity is a quantitative measurement of the energy change that occurs when an electron is added to a neutral gas atom. The more negative is the electron affinity value, the higher is the affinity for electrons of an atom. So here, okay, see this periodic table, then you can see the electron affinity, that is the increasing order. Which one is the increasing order? So here, left to right, that is the increasing electron affinity, and bottom to the top direction, that is the increasing trend of electron affinity. So in this way, we can predict the properties, either electronegativity and the electron affinity. Next is the atomic radius trends. The atomic radius is 1/2 the distance between the nuclei of two atoms, just like a radius is half the diameter of a circle. However, this idea is complicated by the fact that not all atoms are normally bound together in the same way. Some are bound by the covalent bonds in molecules, some are attracted to each other in ionic crystal, and others are held in metallic crystals. Nevertheless, it is possible for a vast majority of elements to form covalent molecules in which two like atoms are held together by a single covalent bond. So the covalent radius of this molecule are often referred as the atomic radius. So this distance is measured in picometers. Atomic radius patterns are observed throughout the periodic table. Atomic size gradually decreases from left to right across a period of elements. This is because within a period of family of elements, all electrons are added to the same cell. However, at the same time, protons are being added to the nucleus, making it more positively charged. The effect of increasing proton number is greater than the increasing electrons number. Therefore, there is a greater nuclear attraction. This means that the nucleus attracts the electrons more strongly, pulling the atom cell closer to the nucleus. The valence electrons are held closer towards the nucleus of the atom. As a result, the atomic radius decreases. So down a group, atomic radius increases. The valence electron occupy higher levels due to the increasing quantum number. As a result, the valence electrons are further away from the nucleus as N increases. Electron shielding prevents these outer electrons from being attracted to the nucleus, thus they are loosely held and the resulting atomic radius is large. So you have understood that how, as per the periodic table, how the radius increases or decreases. The trend you have understood. And the shielding I will describe later. So here you can see the increasing atomic radius. It is from the right to the left side horizontally. If we move from the right to the left side, then the atomic radius will be increased. And if we move from the top to the bottom, that also the atomic radius will be increased. So you have learned the electronegativity, electron affinity, and the atomic radius. So now I have set for you a quiz from this text. So what you have learned? You have learned, if I summarize what you have learned, let's check again. Okay, so you got the periodic table. Now you have learned the different properties. You have, that means you can predict the properties like the electronegativity, electron affinity, the radius, etc. So electronegativity strength, what you have learned, just get summarized. Like when we move from the left side to right side, so this time what happens? The electronegativity will be increased. And if we move from the downward to the top direction, bottom to top direction, then electronegativity increase. So if the question like MCQ question you may get, I will give a quiz now. So there you may get that the electronegativity is highest for which one, or you arrange the electronegativity for the following elements. Like say there is given like hydrogen, lithium, okay, sodium, potassium. Then how you will look that hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium. So how you can arrange it or not? You can arrange it because it is given the increasing order of the electronegativity. So electronegativity will be higher for hydrogen, then lithium, then sodium, then potassium. It is the lowest as it is increasing from bottom to top direction. Okay, let's look for the electron affinity. So if I ask that for which of the following electron affinity is the highest, say I'm giving like say fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So here you can say, okay, so as for example, I am giving you fluorine, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So how you can tell? It is the increasing affinity. So when we move from the bottom to top, so the electron affinity will be increased. So it is lowest for iodine, then bromine, chlorine, and it is highest for fluorine. So next we got the atomic radius trend. So it is the increasing atomic radius when we move from the right side to the left side horizontally, or it will decrease, it will increase from the top to bottom. So in this way, we can get the knowledge, and I hope that you can answer all the quiz. So I am starting now the quiz. So here I have, here I will share the code, that is the link. So I will share the link to you. I can give you as the homework also. So today I will just show you as the sample how it works. And this game is very much enjoyable. When you start, like any other mobile game, you can do this, and those who will do the correct answer, they will have the more marks. So now I will show you by I am joining here and I am showing a demonstration. Yes, I have done correctly. So I am getting the points. I hope you also will do the correct answer. Yes, so I have set the 10 questions for you. And when you do the correctly, you will get the points. And it is just like a competition. When you make the accurate 100% accuracy, your points will be increased. And your name will come at the top. And if you reduce the marks, like if you give the wrong options, then your name will come below. Okay, so I have already completed 5 questions. And when you will see through your mobile, you will play this game. It will be very enjoyable. Because there are lots of features are added here. So you can see when you will play. Yes, almost done. 7 questions I have done. Yes, 9 questions done. So only 1 left. the game is ended. Now I can see the result. Yes, only one player. So only one player. So there is only the first. Okay, I am the only one player. So when you play in the group, it will be very much enjoyable. It is like you will get not only the first prize, there is a second prize, third prize, and all um, that means the highlights you can see. So it is very interesting game, and I am sharing the code via I will send you through WhatsApp or mail, and you can play at the home also. So I hope that your 100% accuracy. And here, from here, I will get the total result, and it will come the graphically, and I will show in the next day that the performance of which students is very good, and not only for it is one day, it is gradually he can see graphically that it is the decreasing pattern or the increasing pattern. You can see your improvement. So I will send the report when your playing is done. Okay, the game is over. I will send you a report. Okay, so thank you. So for today, I am ending my session. So if you have any doubt regarding the lecture, you can communicate with me. So once again, thank you. Now I am ending the session.